Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up those football gods on this hump day. That's right. It is the middle of the freaking week here. We sit here only 8 days, 11 hours, 28 minutes, and 45 seconds away from the draft. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm so ready for the draft. I mean, it's great to know that we got players that are doing OTAs. They're getting their bodies and mind and right and everything else for the NFL season. We're past 420. I know some of you guys are feeling a little bit different here on 421. But, yeah, I know everybody took care of 420 yesterday. But come next month, we'll actually have in-person, mini camps and things, although they're a lot fewer than there used to be. And then the next thing you know, we got training camp and Hall of Fame game. And next thing you know, it'll be the NFL season. And I am as excited as can be. And today is an important day, a big day, because, in an hour and a half, I'm supposed to be getting my first COVID shot. So I'm actually happy about that. My parents have had it. My in-laws have had it. Quite a few people. I know quite a few people who have had their shot. They're all doing great, and I'm looking forward to finally getting my first one, so I'll let you know how that goes. So I need to get this thing wrapped up because I got to go ahead and get the form ready to take in with me when I go. So anyway, it's amazing to me as we get ready here for the draft, and I am so sick and tired of mock drafts. If I hear one more mock draft, the thing with mock drafts are this. You're going to hear, well, we told you that you were going to get such and such, but does that really is that really a victory when you put out there that we're going to get 100 guys? I mean, we've literally gone through everybody in the top 15 and said the Cowboys are going to get them with the exception of a quarterback, because we know they're not going to go to quarterback because they just paid Dak Prescott. You've heard, Penny Sewell might fall to him, or, Mika Patters, and, of course, we've heard J.C. Horns and Patrick Surtain, and they might decide to move up for Kyle Pitts. They may trade back. They've had every scenario out there, so I guess they're just covering every single one of the bases so they can say, see, we told you we were going to, do such and such. But it's all bullshit. I ain't got time for bullshit. Just sick of bullshit. Just give me the real deal. And so since we are kind of in this lull before the storm, they're looking for things to talk about. Stephen Jones, of course, said Dak Prescott is the answer to our riddle, which kind of in a way puts Dak on Front Street, but it's not like Dak hasn't been on Front Street. Dak, the big question, if you watched Speak for Yourself, the big question was, is Dak, under extra pressure? There's some people that thrive on pressure. And that's one thing you can't look at Dak and say he wilts under pressure. And in fact, when you listen to Jimmy Johnson on Colin Cowherd a couple days ago, I used that as the intro video for my Monday night live stream. He said he looks for players. He said the best player available is not exactly how it is. The best player available that works for your system. That's the first thing he said, which is key. Because you may have a best player out there may not do what you need him to do for your system. And getting him there is just a waste. Second thing he said is gym rats. You want a guy who is a gym rat, a guy who all they think about doing is working out. They finish football practice, they go shoot some hoops. They're chomping at the bit. And I dare say a guy who built a football field in his backyard is a gym rat who thrives under pressure. Understand that Dak Prescott has always been under pressure because every single place that he's gone, it's been everybody ready to give him the hook. He's never thought to be the guy. Not in high school, not in college, not in the NFL. Every week it was, well, Tony Romo, Tony Romo, Tony Romo. In the media, it's always been, yeah, well, the Cowboys, yeah, they got Dak, but, they got Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton here to take the job. Cowboys should trade Dak and draft another guy. It's always been pressure for Dak Prescott to perform. And he is, and I dare say, having that psychology degree might actually be going a long way for him. Because to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys isn't like being the quarterback of anywhere else. Could you imagine, say, Carson Wentz, if he had been a Dallas Cowboy? Seriously. Now, I know the pressure is pretty bad in Philadelphia. But could you imagine the daily abuse that he would have taken as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback? He'd probably be in a straitjacket right now. You are literally under the microscope. Every single throw, every single play, every action you do is amplified. So when people say that Dak is under more pressure, he'll just brush it off and keep doing what he does. So I'm not worried about that situation at all with Dak Prescott. I think Dak will be fine. And it's actually amazing. I want to show you guys something here, because I was actually trying to find this clip yesterday. Colin Cowherd is it's so funny because Colin Cowherd literally is an enigma to himself. He will literally flip-flop all over the place. He was talking about that Denver needs to move on from Drew Lock, and they've made calls to the Atlanta Falcons and stuff. Whereas this time last year, he was saying he's a dark horse MVP candidate. He's going to have a breakout season. And so I was trying to find this whole thing because yesterday it was kind of a quiet day until Rashard Robinson ended up getting suspended. Rashard Robinson, our defensive back, we signed last year, played in 4 games for PEDs. So it had been really a quiet day, so they needed a filler. So he had about a 3-minute rant about the Cowboys having 5 players being paid in the top 5 in compensation, and I don't love this. And talking about Dak Prescott, he's got $39 million a year. I don't love it. And I wanted to put it up here, and I was looking for it this morning under Colin Cowherd, but I didn't find that clip. But it's funny when you start reading some of the headlines of some of the stuff, and you realize, wow, it really is bullshit. Colin Cowherd reacts to Dak's new contract. Does it make the Cowboys a lock to win the Super Bowl? This is Dak. This is on Dak. Colin reacts to Cowboys not being able to agree to a deal. Colin heard this or Dak. He chooses which quarterback he would take over Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback, $160 million in Dallas. Dak's contract with the Cowboys story won't go away. Talks Big Ben. Yeah, talked about bringing Big Ben in here. Joe Buck strongly disagrees with Colin about Dak. Talks about Aaron Rodgers and more. The Herd, why Dak is clearly now the best quarterback in the NFC East. Oh, okay. Wow. The gap between Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and Andy Dalton isn't massive. Dak's salary won't match his stats, says Colin, to reevaluate Daniel Jones. Dis or Dak, a different Dis or Dak. Which quarterbacks he take over Dak Prescott? So it's been kind of like this hate affair with Dak Prescott. But yet, he still believes that Carson Wentz will turn it around in Indianapolis. But I guess you have to have headlines to have a show. But it's been constantly for Dak Prescott that you constantly have pressure and people saying you are not the guy. You stink. You are Carson Wentz. You're ass. So for me, I don't think it's any different than it was before Stephen Jones said anything. So with that being said, I need to get my ass up out of here because, well, I got to go get this COVID shot. And I will talk to you guys later on. As always, our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I love my music. Shout out to Ron Oliver and Tower Light.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is